Hey guys, Sifat here. Welcome to my PodGorilla Review 2025. In this video, I'll be reviewing PodGorilla. In a nutshell, PodGorilla writes podcast scripts from any blog post or text document. And then it turns the scripts into audio using a realistic, cloned version of your voice, or you choose a premium AI voice. Then it generates the audio podcast. You can even turn the audio into a video podcast episode ready to be published on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Here are some of its key features. Turn existing content into podcast authority. Transform client blogs, documents, or notes into professional podcast series. No recording required. Instant authority positioning. Deploy AI voices that sound like your clients. Upload a voice sample and PodGorilla creates unlimited content in their exact voice. Clients love hearing themselves sound professional. Generate 10 to 15-minute episodes in minutes. While competitors spend weeks on single episodes, you're delivering complete series. Speed becomes your competitive advantage. Scale multiple clients simultaneously. Manage podcasts for dentists, lawyers, consultants, and coaches from one dashboard. Each client thinks they're your only priority. Charge premium authority building rates. Position services as authority development, not content creation. Clients pay more for influence than for blog posts. Create video podcasts for YouTube authority. Turn audio into professional video podcasts with avatars and subtitles. Double your service value instantly. Stick around until the end because I'll walk you through PodGorilla step by step and share my honest verdict on the pros and cons of PodGorilla, so you can easily decide whether PodGorilla is the right fit for you. To make things easy for you and to save yours time, I've added detailed timestamps in the description below. This means you can easily skip ahead to the exact sections you're most interested in, whether that's the live demo or the pricing breakdown. If at any point during this review you want to check out PodGorilla, click the link in the description below. Please like this video, it really helps out my YouTube channel and I'd really appreciate it. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications. Alright, let's not wait any longer. Let's see how PodGorilla works in action.
Hey, it's Ajlal, and in this video, I'm going to show you how incredibly easy it is to use PodGorilla and create good podcasts with it. Now, the first step, of course, is to go ahead and add a podcast. So let's go and do that. Now, you can really create a podcast about anything that you'd like. Let's say I want to go with something like agentic AI. Now, this is going to be the name of my podcast. I can, of course, add an intro and outro as well that I can create within PodGorilla and, implement it into my podcast. So this will then introduce and, have an outro on my podcast in every single episode that I create with it. But for now, I'm just going to leave that and move on and select my speakers. Now, by default, we have quite a few speakers in here for you that you can use across different niches. So, they have different kinds of expertise. And on top of that, you can also clone your own voice and add yourself in as a speaker too. Right now, I'm just going to say, go ahead with one of the speakers that we have in here already. And then I can ask AI to write a description about this podcast. So let's say I want this podcast to be about agentic AI and its applications in business, or to be specific, online business. So let's go ahead and send this to AI. It's going to take a few seconds and then it's going to write me the description for this podcast. And this particular step is kind of important because it helps us, understand what the entire podcast is about. So when we go on to generate episodes for it, it has this particular context. And there we have our, podcast description. So it has the core theme and purpose, the target audience, the episode structure, tone and style, speaker dynamics, common discussion topics, USP, and preferred output for our AI engine. Now, of course, you can go ahead and make any changes that you'd like in here, but I'm just gonna submit this and go in and actually start creating the first episode for it. All right, our podcast is now created. Let's go ahead and create our first episode. I'll just call this, say, in 2025. I'll just give it a catchy name. and then I can invite any guests that I would like into this particular podcast. So these could again be from our list of speakers, or it could be your own speakers that you can add into PodGorilla as well. So let's just say I'm gonna invite this person as a guest to my podcast, and then I can. There are three main ways that I can use to create podcasts. First of them is that I can enter a custom topic. Then I could also use a video URL from YouTube or Vimeo. And what this does is it basically takes the captions or subtitles of those videos and converts them into a podcast script. And then lastly, I can also submit a page URL for a blog, for example, and convert that into a podcast as well. For now, I'm just gonna stick with a custom topic, and I'm just gonna type in the same topic that that I have in my episode name, and then I can select from our templates on the structure of how I want the podcast to be. Let's say I want it to be educational, and I can also change the tone. I'm just gonna stick with casual for now, and then I can click submit. You can also define the ethnicity of the people that you have on your podcast, and that way it would basically tailor a few words and accents according to that particular ethnicity. All right, now that our episode has been generated, let's go ahead and view it. And you can go ahead and basically take a look at the entire script that has been generated for you. And once you're satisfied with it, you can go ahead and create voices of the entire episode, or you can even individually do that. You can also add in your own lines and all for a particular speaker. So for example, you want to add a text line, you could do that, and then you can assign the speaker of your choice from the speakers that are available in this particular episode. I'm just gonna remove this one for now. And by the way, you can also add advertisements that you can build within PodGorilla into this particular podcast as well. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to go ahead and generate the audios. So as you can see, it's going to now start generating all the 23 voices for the dialogues that we have here. So let's give it a minute, and I'm going to come back once this is done. All right, it's almost done here. Just one last voice left.
Hey everyone, welcome to the very first episode of Agentic AI. I'm your host, Devlin Ash, and today we're diving into a topic that's literally reshaping the business landscape as we know it. I'm thrilled to have a very special.
So as you can see, our audio is now ready, and I can go ahead and already download the MP3 file. Or, if I want to make any changes, I can still go ahead and do that, add any dialogues that I want or advertisement and all. And then once I'm satisfied with it, I just have to save it. And now I can go ahead and also start publishing this onto any of my podcast shows that I have on tools like Spotify or SoundCloud or anything similar, even Apple iTunes. And to do that, all you have to do is create an RSS feed. So you can basically automatically add every single episode that you have on the feed URL. And you can submit this into Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple iTunes and all. And it's gonna keep on updating every single time you add an episode, and it's gonna automatically publish it to your Spotify account. Then you can also generate a cover image. So I'll just say and you can even upload your own image as well, but I'm just gonna use AI to generate a cover for now. And the cover image is ready, so I can attach it directly to the podcast. And there you have it, right? And then you can also convert this podcast into a video in just a few clicks. So you navigate to the My Video section, and in here you just click on Create New Video. It's going to ask you a few details. So the first thing that you want to do is give your video a name. and then you select the podcast that you have created, it's gonna retrieve all the episodes. So you select the one that you want to create the video for, and then it performs checks to ensure it has the audio and the subtitles files. When it does have that, you can go and select your template. So let's say I want to create a horizontal short horizontal podcast, and it's gonna retrieve the template and it's gonna use that. So you can click on the next button, and as you can see, it has initiated the progress, and we can navigate back to the video page, and as you can see, it's in process right now. So I'm gonna pause this here and I'm gonna come back once this is done. All right, the video is rendered, so let's go ahead and check it out.
Hey everyone, welcome to the very first episode of Agent.
Now, as you can see here, we have our podcast title, the name of the episode, an animation that shows when the person is speaking. Then we have the image of the speaking person in color, and the person and the guest or the other person that's not currently speaking is grayed out for the sake of better visual effects.
I'm your host.
Forward to our conversation about agent.
And now, as you can see, when she starts speaking, her image is colored and the other person's grayed out.
Take AI. It's such a revolutionary time for businesses, isn't it?
Hey everyone.
So yeah, that's how it works.
Alright, let's take a closer look at the pricing structure and the entire sales funnel for PodGorilla. After that, I'll walk you through the pros and cons so you can easily decide whether PodGorilla is the right fit for you. So, let's get straight to the point. There are essentially two ways to buy. You can get the main software and add optional upgrades, or you can get everything at once with the bundle deal. First up is the main software, called the front end, priced at just $39 as a one-time payment. This front-end offer gives you access to the core AI podcast creation system, which lets you transform text content into professional podcasts. You get voice synthesis technology for natural-sounding audio, a video podcast creation system for YouTube content, and a complete series management dashboard to organize multiple projects. Plus, you get commercial rights to offer these services to clients. But that's not all. You also get some awesome bonuses, including a client outreach list covering 100 niches, pre-built authority offer template, a podcast demo framework, and professional branding kit. Now, this is an early bird offer, and the pricing structure is designed to create urgency. The price will increase every 6 hours after the initial 4-hour window, so you'll want to act fast if you're interested. Moving on to the optional upgrades, you have OTO1, PodGorilla Unlimited, which costs $299 per year. This upgrade removes all usage restrictions, giving you unlimited podcast creation, episodes, and AI voice generations. You'll also get expanded access to 100 expert speakers, 10 custom voice clones, 50 video templates, and priority rendering. Next up is OTO2 PodGorilla Niche Packs, priced at $79 as a one-time payment. This upgrade gives you pre-made content for launching podcasts in 20 different industries, including 200 ready-to-use podcast scripts, 500 interview questions, and complete content frameworks. Then there's OTO3, PodGorilla Agency, which costs $69 as a one-time payment. This upgrade provides business resources to sell podcast services to clients, including professionally written sales proposals, legally vetted client contracts, rate cards, email outreach sequences, and objection handler scripts. And if you want it all, there's the PodGorilla Fast Pass, priced at $299 per year. This gives you immediate access to OTO1, OTO2, and OTO3, saving you money compared to buying them separately. Or, if you prefer, the PodGorilla bundle is available for $349 for the first year, with annual renewals of $299. This bundle includes all the upgrades, giving you unlimited access to PodGorilla's features. All purchases come with a 14-day money-back guarantee, so you can try PodGorilla risk-free. Alright, no review is complete without an honest look at the good and the bad, so let's talk about the pros and cons of PodGorilla to help you decide if it's the right tool for you. Let's start with the pros. First off, PodGorilla is a game changer for anyone looking to create professional podcasts without the hassle of recording, editing, or technical skills. The AI-powered platform transforms text content into engaging podcast episodes, making it easy to build authority and generate leads. One of the biggest advantages is the voice synthesis technology, which creates natural-sounding audio that sounds like a real person. Plus, you can upload a voice sample and PodGorilla will create unlimited content in that exact voice. Another major pro is the speed and efficiency of the platform. You can generate 10 to 15-minute episodes in just minutes, while competitors are still stuck in production. This means you can scale your podcast services and take on multiple clients without breaking a sweat. The platform also comes with a complete series management dashboard, making it easy to organize and manage multiple projects. And with commercial rights included, you can offer these services to clients and start building your authority empire. Now, let's talk about the cons. One potential drawback is that the platform is relatively new, so there may be some kinks to work out. However, the developers seem committed to continuously improving and updating the platform. Another con is that the pricing structure can get a bit confusing, especially with the various upgrades and bundles available. But if you're willing to invest in the platform, the potential returns are definitely there. In terms of support, PodGorilla offers a 14-day money-back guarantee, which gives you plenty of time to try out the platform and see if it works for you. Overall, PodGorilla is a powerful tool for anyone looking to create professional podcasts and build authority. While there may be some minor drawbacks, the pros definitely outweigh the cons. That's my honest take. So if you're ready to get started, the next step is simple. Click the first link in the description below this video to get to the official website. If this review helped you out, please hit that like button. It makes a huge difference. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'll be in there answering them. Don't forget to subscribe for more reviews like this one. Thank you so much for watching. This is Sifat, and I'll see you in the next video.